Newark Penn, downtown New Jersey. Newark Penn, downtown New Jersey comes up next.
identify as autistic, and then are like, yeah, and autism became my special interest. Like that, it's when they really deep dive into learning all of the different research on it and all of this kind of stuff.
It's a big open problem that matters to us.
Yeah.
And it's a rich area where our level of nuance is relevant.
Friday at 3.
I don't think they need the May and 9th as paragraph. I think that is absolutely a thing.
Yeah, I found it fascinating how many of the writers on the end were reaching the conclusion that there's nothing wrong with arts and autistic people, but obviously environments that they create as a society in the United States. And I've kind of wondered if part of the reason we're seeing a higher rate of diagnosis is that if you live in a pre-modern community where you don't have fluorescent lights, where you don't have like there were certain things that just didn't trigger people. That everybody knew the guy that lived with them in that house is kind of quirky, but also we knew he was clever and unique mechanism things, and it was just fine. And it's the quirkiness was and because of you and I were having a conversation about how our society wants to like segregate everybody in these little tiny pockets. We don't belong in a pocket. It's so strong here.
We have a real challenge, and I'm going to be real one word for a second. The challenge in building from 70 people is a ton of historical examples of everything. And there's also this driving cultural society that says to ask everyone to the same environment is something to deal with. But we're starting to discover the times and places we're recognizing that self-segregating and specializing environments is extremely helpful for generational things.
It is and it isn't though. I mean, I've seen all the studies that show that when you have an integrated classroom,
They haven't been fully separated. There's no good one. Sometimes there's things like establishing safe spaces falls into the big lumpy this morning. Things like logistical stimulation data retail is important. There's a lot of
You sign me up for another thing at the
and I guess some of it is that sometimes I'm like, can't we all have low stimulation day in retail? Can we just stop it from wearing the ads and everyone just, and I don't think it's good for anyone.
it's something that really do create well, it's not there mostly to serve the audience, it's there to serve ads.
Yeah. No, but I mean, I just think about all the things like where restaurants and fountains and they're like super loud.
In 4 minutes, you will be arriving on the next station. That's Newark Penn downtown New Jersey.
And I'm like, that
Destination stop.
everyone would like a quiet environment to eat. Yeah, it serves a restaurant, but like, it doesn't serve the customers.
Restaurants that punish us, but we're limited in how much we can do.
Yeah, and some of it is like, I felt bad, like, the dinner that you skipped was, even though there were more people present in it, even though there were twice as many people at dinner on Friday. Usually we picked that restaurant because it's a pretty quiet restaurant, but we were the ones that were making all the noise. We had that whole room.
It was coming in a little bit more than I could cope with, and I managed to still be social for me at the end of it. I know I wasn't very interactive through the middle especially, but
We were out eating.
okay.
You did fine. I was just worried about you not being comfortable.
I wasn't very much early. I was being very contemplative. I was reflecting on how Mars were probably shy and uncomfortable, and maybe Stafford feels and placing that purpose defined by that.
Was Lauren the person sitting next to
my
you?
left.
She's not staff, she's a
I
volunteer.
didn't know, but I had reached out to her early, and she didn't engage very much, and was very quiet, and was interacting more with Anyanga, who had scooted over to put her there for reasons that I know that she but I, early on, I thought Lauren was being cool to me, but I gave her space for it because I thought she would have made her really shy.
She's super shy.
Which is smart, because that played out at the end.
Yeah. I think Anyanga put her next to you because she was hoping that y'all would.
So we did a little at the beginning and more.
I really like Lauren.
Please stand back from the yellow line and please watch the yellow line.